I remember when I first started running that, I liked the way that I was able to push my body and see how much it could go. I always remember thinking to myself that I would never do the Bob Graham. It just seemed that far out of my reach. I guess I planted the seed, and over the years the seed has grown from not wanting to even think about it till this weekend to have a crack at it.
As luck would have it, I'm on the planet, so it seems are you.
Bob Graham did his round in 1932. He'd had a couple of shots at doing it beforehand. He wasn't a first-time completer in that sense. So it's a sort of activity that's been around for a long time, is rushing around in the mountains at relative speed. Fred Rogerson, the man who formed the club, his mindset was the challenge was capable of being completed by many more people.
Quite a lot of people in my time, they've said I could never do that, and I've just said, well, yes, you could. One leg past the other, that's all that running is. If you get out there and train, you might be surprised what your body can do.
You get exposed to this challenge, and slowly but surely, or even in a great big thunderclap, it just worms its way into your consciousness.
A song, don't say it, touch it or replay it, it only happens once. So long to last lines, every time's the first time, I hope to have some fun.
By nature, fell runners don't like to have a high profile. We don't want it to be commercial. We want it to be informal. It's in there and it's in there, and that's where it should be.
This is what we go through all the pain and suffering for. Fred's simple certificate. And Bob, in the middle, looking very 1932, to be honest. That's about all you can say, isn't it? The basic round of 66 miles has to be completed within a 24-hour period, visiting each of the designated 42 summits with a witness. And that's it at its simplest. It's fell running, it's not complicated, we don't need too many rules.
This is going to be my longest run by probably 8 hours. For me, it's like a bit of a step into the unknown, and maybe that's what the little butterflies inside my stomach are.
Weather forecast isn't fantastic. You might get battered a bit on the first couple of legs, but then it should calm down.
Forecast rain is so persistent, it's a cause for concern.
If you went into the pub tonight and said that Ricky's setting up tomorrow night at 12 o'clock, they'd think, well, yeah, he's got a screw loose. Wouldn't they? Most people.
In 25 minutes of setting off on the Bob Graham, my Bob Graham.
I've been told that I found you.
59, 1 minute to.
I've just tried.
Maybe we should have gone round.
They're up, you can see the lights now there. You're about 40 minutes up on schedule.
The culture is you help people, people help you.
It was nice. I used to do this in January. Feels like I've just had 10 rounds with Mike Tyson. Never fallen over, so much.
Bringing it back to the walls and stone. Bringing it back to the walls and stone. Bringing it back to, bringing it back to.
Yeah, here.
I've been looking all around. I've been told that I found a new way to skirt on my rise. Ain't true, I've just lied.
It's not just that one day, what you've committed to doing this run. It's a lot more than that. It's the history, it's the months, and for some people years leading up to this one date. My legs just didn't want to go forward. It's not far off now.
There seems to be another day in a life. You just taking my.
The thing with the Bob Graham, if you were talking to the man in the street, it would all be low points. But it's those lows that become the high, because you've done it, you've survived it. We're all looking for that boundary, and we want to just extend it a bit. For us, not for everybody else.